Good morning. No reply. Good morning. Am I audible? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. So everybody is good? Waiting for result. Maybe within 1 or 2 days result may come. Okay, so today basic mathematics part I will complete maybe early also because only few things are remaining. Okay. So up to that, anybody has any difficulty? I think no, and you have made the notes also properly. Okay, keep that notes when you are when it is required. Then we will say you can see the formula. Okay, from the notes. Everybody getting or not? Okay, so here just we are giving the basic how we will use in physics, where we will use in physics, that we will deal in physics. Okay. So yesterday what I completed, yesterday sine graph, cos graph, all I have completed. Okay. Now small thing what I said, area, some area of the different 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional bodies and volume I will discuss. Okay. So it is that is the last part. So it will be revision for you because from the class 4th, 5th we are learning these areas. Okay, so you will say I will write. First I will discuss about the rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle? I think rectangle everybody know. Okay, two opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. It is a quadrilateral. It is a particular type of quadrilateral. Okay, where opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay, all angle are 90 degree. So what is the area of the rectangle? Area of the rectangle is the L into B. Okay, what is the perimeter or circumference we can say? What is the perimeter of the rectangle? What is the perimeter of the rectangle? Perimeter means basically boundary only. Perimeter means boundary. Okay. Tomorrow my class it will not be there, and other teacher what they have completed maybe they required or not. Okay. But I said that most of the students are asking for they will travel tomorrow. That's why maybe it will not be there. Okay, so here what is the meaning of the perimeter? Perimeter or circumference means boundary. Boundary means that it is a basically length. It is a unit is what? Length. Na? So boundary, if you want to make the boundary around this rectangle, so how much wire you required basically we can say, or how much thread or how much string you required. So here L, B, L, B. So there is a 2L and 2B. So we can say the perimeter of rectangle is what? 2L plus B. Okay. This everybody got. Intersection point of the diagonal. Diagonal, everybody know what is a diagonal? Joining the these two are the diagonal of the rectangle. Okay. What is the length of the diagonal? What is the length of the diagonal of the rectangle? So length of the diagonal is what? This is the L, this is the B, and we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So what is the diagonal? Length of the diagonal? is equal to under root of L square plus B square. Okay. Most of the people know. Okay, good. And what is the center of the rectangle? Center of the rectangle is the intersection point of the diagonal. Intersection point of the diagonal means we can say this will be the center of the rectangle. Okay. Completed. But mainly we are dealing, most of the problem I have seen, we are dealing with square. Okay. So what is the area of the square? Is in the square all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal means it is a particular type of the quadrilateral in which all the sides are equal, all angle are 90 degree. Okay, so in the formula of the rectangle, if we will put L is equal to B, then we will get the formula for the square. So area of a square is what? Side square, or I am writing as a square, A I am taking as a side. Okay, what is the perimeter? Now here L plus L plus L or A plus A plus A, then we can say perimeter will be equal to what? 4A. What is the length of the diagonal? That is equal to under root L square plus B square. Here both are equal, then we will get what? A root 2. So everybody is giving the right answer. Means most of the people this they know. This we have learned in the 4th and 5th class. Okay. Here the same. What is the center of the square? Center of the square is what? It is the intersection point of the diagonal. What is the half of the diagonal? Half of the diagonal is the A by root 2, because most of the cases in the physics we are using half of the diagonal. From the center, vertex distance we are finding. So from the center, vertex distance is what? Half of the diagonal. Half of the diagonal means A by root 2. Suppose I am making this is the center. So from the center, what is the distance of the vertex? A by root 2. That is a half of the diagonal. Okay. Completed. All angle of the square is 90 degree, and diagonal, if suppose I require this angle, how much this angle? What is this angle? Suppose I marked it theta. What is the theta? What is the theta? 45. Why? Because in the case of the square, diagonal bisect the angle also. So we can say theta is equal to 45. So sometime angle required, then theta we can say 45. Suppose I am saying this is alpha. What is alpha? What is alpha? What is alpha? Here I mark angle between the diagonal, I mark alpha. So what is alpha? Alpha is equal to 90 degree. It is a property, means diagonal of the square bisect each other at 90 degree. Okay, or intersect at 90 degree. So alpha, what I can say, alpha is also what? 90 degree. Okay. Completed. Now third is circle. Circle we are using frequently, so in the circle we are defining the center. Okay, we are defining the radius. Everybody know what is the radius? Radius is the what? Distance of the point on the circumference with the center to the center, that is called the radius. Okay, and what is the diameter? Diameter is the double of the radius. So diameter, we can say diameter is equal to 2r. Okay, now area of the circle, what we can write? Area of the circle is pi r square, or we can say what? pi d square by 4. In the terms of diameter, we can write pi d square by 4, where d is the diameter. So, what is the circumference? Circumference of the circle, 2 pi r. Good. 2 pi r. So boundary is means what? Suppose you have to run from here to here. Then how much distance you will travel? 2 pi r. Boundary is what? Suppose you are running on the boundary of the circular ground. So how much distance you will travel? 2 pi r. Okay. Or we can say pi into d. Now one more thing, that property we are using frequently in physics. Suppose any point you are taking on the circumference of the circle, and that point you are joining with the center. Again I am repeating, suppose any point you are taking on the circle and that point you are joining with the center. So that you know or not, that line will be perpendicular or normal on the circle. Basically we can say whatever the radius we are drawing, that radius will be, that length will be what? Perpendicular to the point. Means like I can say, suppose this is a point P. Okay, so CP is the radius, and we can say this line will be perpendicular at P. This property we are using frequently. Okay, suppose I am joining like this, and here I am taking the point Q. Okay, so at Q, what is the angle? We can say this angle will be what? 90 degree. Okay, because here I will draw the tangent, and that will be the normal. Okay, this property you know or not? So when means basically we can say radius at any point when we are making the radius, it will be perpendicular on the circle. It will be normal on the circle. Okay. This everybody got? Okay. Like here any radius you are drawing, that you will get, like suppose here I am saying this is a point A. So here at A we will get the angle is equal to what? 90 degree. Okay. Okay. What is the longest chord of the circle? Chord means what? A straight line that cuts the circle at 2 points. It is called the chord. Okay. So suppose you want to cut the circle, then what is the longest chord? What is the longest chord of the circle? Diameter. Diameter is the longest chord of the circle. It will divide the circle into the 2 parts. So diameter is the longest chord of a circle. Okay. Okay. Semicircle accordingly we can say area will be half of that, so pi r square by 2. Okay, circumference will be equal to what? Pi r. Okay. So one small example. Suppose I have the circle of radius capital R, and from this circle I cut the circle green part. I cut the circle. Okay. Then you have to find what is the area of the remaining after removing green circle. Find area of remaining Tell fast. One answer I got. 3 pi r square by 4. 3 pi r square by 4. Okay. 3 pi r square by 4. Three pi r square by 4. Okay, so how we will do that? After removing that green circle, after removing that circular part, it will not be the circle. Okay, so for that we don't have the formula. This type of situation we will get the in rotational moment of inertia, in the center of mass problem. Okay, in the gravitation also we can get when we have the sphere. Okay, so I think this year also they ask question based on this concept. Moment of inertia they ask after removing. So when we are removing the green part, it will not be the circle. So for that we don't have the direct formula. So in this type of problem, how we will do, like initial area, from that we are initially it is a complete circle. Okay, so I know the formula of the circle, area of the circle, and whatever I am removing, it is also the circle. So removing area and initial area, after subtracting we will get the area remaining. Everybody got or not? So always we will go through this way, because after removing it will not be the any like known figure, any known shape. So directly we don't have the formula. Okay, so always we will go through this approach. We will find the area original, and then we will find the area removed, or volume original, volume removed, and then subtract it, you will get the area remaining. Okay, now here what is the initial area or original area? Initial I can say pi capital R square, pi capital R square. Initially it was a complete circle. Initial area is pi capital R square. Okay, and area removed. How much area I removed? So I am removing the circle. I am removing the circle. What is the radius of removed circle? What is the radius of the removed circle? What is the radius of removed circle? So you can see diameter, green circle if you see, so diameter is R. Here diameter is the R. So removed circle diameter is R, so radius is R by 2. So removed circle radius is R by 2. Now radius is R by 2, so what is the area? Pi R square. Okay, so pi R square by 4. So basically area removed is what? Pi R square. Now what is the radius of the removed? Radius of the removed is what? R by 2. Why? Its diameter is the capital R. So then area what I will get? Pi R square by 4. So removed area what I got? Pi R square by 4. Now what is the area remaining? So area remaining, what I can say? Initial area minus removed area. That is equal to what? Pi R square minus pi R square by 4. It means what? 3 pi R square by 4. Completed? Okay. Up to this okay? So this is about the circle. Okay. Suppose I am saying I have another example. What is the area of the shaded portion? What is the area of the shaded portion if the angle I gave the 60 degree? Theta I gave suppose 60 degree. What is the area of the shaded portion? Like a pizza, when you have the one pizza, so pizza has a circular shape. Suppose one slice I am taking, its angle is 60 degree. So basically it is a medium sized pizza. So what is the area of that one slice? What is the area of that one slice? If it is making an angle 60 degree, what is the area of the one slice? Now people are thinking about the pizza. Pi r square by 6. So there is a two ways are there. We can think like 60 degrees the each slice is making an angle 60 degree at the center. So total angle or complete angle of the circle is what? 360. So 360, how much area? 360 area is the pi r square. 360 area is the pi r square. So 60 degree, how much area will be there? Unitary method you can use. Then area you will get pi r square by 6. Again I am repeating, each slice 60, then 60, 60, 60, 60. How many slices you will get? Basically 6. Why? Complete angle should be 360. So 6 is the 36. So 360 you will get when you have the 6 slices. Complete circle area is the pi r square. So 1/6 area will be what? Pi r square by 6. Okay, that is a one way. That is a one way. Otherwise, directly remember that area of the sector of circle, and if it is making an angle theta at the center, area of the sector of a circle, if it is making angle theta at the center, then directly we can say what? Half r square into theta. Okay, remember that, half r square into theta. It is the area of the sector. When they have given any angle and you want to find the area of the portion of the circle, area of the sector of the circle, which is making an angle theta at the center, then what is the formula? Half r square theta. But theta we will not put, because when you are using the area of circle, you are saying pi r square. You are not saying 360 r square. Okay. So what I said, that's why I said in the earlier, we have to build the habit in the radian. Angle we have to write in radian. Okay, so area of the circle is what? Pi. We are writing the pi r square. Okay, complete circle, what is the area? 360 angle. Complete circle, what is the angle? 360 degree. 360 degree is equal to 2 pi. 360 degree is the 2 pi. Now if I am putting in this formula, so half r square into 2 pi. 2 cancel out. What you got? Pi r square. Pi r square. Okay. Sayyad, only five slices are there. Where is the 6th slice? Complete. You have completed. He has sent the 5 slices of the pizza. Okay. So half r square theta. Half r square theta. Now theta for the complete circle. What is the theta? 360 degree. 360 is equal to 2 pi. So 2 pi. Then we will get pi r square. Okay. Now here 60 degree I gave. Then according to the 60 degree, how much radian? 60 degree. How much radian? 60 degree is equal to how much radian? 60 degree is equal to how much radian? Pi by 3. Pi by 3. Then what is the area I will get? Half r square into pi by 3. Then what I will get? Pi r square by 6. So 2 ways are there. You can think about, you can apply the unitary method. 360 or 2 pi angle. 2 pi angle has the area pi r square. So unit has the area this. So how much they have given, you can apply. Other way, directly you can remember the sector formula, half r square theta, where theta is the angle made by the sector at the center. Then we can directly get. Okay. Array completed. Okay. Now next one is what? We will come to the triangle. Okay. What is the area of the triangle? First I am saying general triangle, but mainly we will deal in a whole physics. Mainly we are dealing with the equilateral or isosceles triangle. So area of the triangle is what? Half base into altitude or half base into height. Half base into height. Okay. So on which from which side you are measuring the height, that you will take as a base. Not necessary that base has to be this line only. Okay. You can take this as a base also, but height you have to measure from this side. Okay. So any side you are taking and perpendicular on that from the opposite vertex you will take as a height. So again I am repeating, any side you can take its length. So half into length of the side into length of perpendicular from opposite side. That you can say as the area of the triangle. So half means you will say, sir, which side we have to take as a base, what we have to take as a height. So what I said, there is no any particular base we can say. Which side we are taking, one side you are taking, now that side you can take and you can draw the perpendicular from the opposite vertex. That you will take as a height, okay? So half base into height, okay? Are everybody getting or not? Like AC I can take as a base if I know the height of this. If I know the height of this, I will draw the perpendicular. This I will take the height, so this I will take as a base, okay? So area of the triangle, I can say what? Area of triangle is equal to half base into height. Offline session in that much detail maybe we will not go, but something will repeat. We will repeat whatever required. So in the fast, or maybe we will complete in 1 week. Okay, these all classes whatever we are saying, but here we gave the more time. In detail we are dealing. Okay, so here area of the triangle, what I got, half base into height or half base into altitude. Okay, this completed. Who will say what is the median of a triangle? Offline session will start from the 12th. Now what I am saying, what is the median of a triangle? Median of a triangle. Median of a triangle. Centroid. Centroid is a different thing. I am asking what is the median of a triangle? Median of a triangle is centroid. What is the median of a triangle? What do you understand from the median word? Trisector of all heights of a triangle. Altitude. Median is the altitude. Then why different name has given? Median is altitude. Line segment connecting a vertex to the midpoint of the vertex. Okay. So what is the meaning of the median? Median is basically median is a line joining any vertex. Line joining any vertex with the midpoint of the opposite side. With the midpoint of the opposite side. Again, I am repeating what is a median. If you want, you can write also. What is a median? Median is a line. Median is a line joining any vertex and midpoint of the opposite side. With the midpoint of the opposite side. So basically, on that, this way we can we will have the three median in a triangle. Again, I am repeating what is a median. Median is the line joining any vertex with the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay. So like, how we can draw the median? Suppose this is a triangle, okay? So here triangle means what is the median? Suppose I want to draw the median from A. So I will find the midpoint of the BC. Suppose midpoint of the BC is D, okay? Now, what is a median? Median is the line joining the vertex with the midpoint of opposite sides. So join this, you will get the median. So here AD is the one of the median. Okay. Similarly, suppose you want to draw the median from BC. Then you will find the midpoint of this. Suppose this midpoint is E. Now what is the median? A line joining the vertex with the midpoint of the opposite side. So it is also the median. Everybody got or not? So like that way we can draw the three median in a triangle. Similarly for this also. Okay. So what is a median? Median is a line joining the vertex with the midpoint of the opposite side. So like this way we can draw the three median. Intersection point of the median is called centroid. Intersection point of the median is called centroid. Okay. So this point is called the centroid. Okay, so intersection point of the median is centroid. This everybody got or not? What is the altitude? That I will come later, but median everybody got? Ganesh, what do you want? Telugu or the English class? Ganesh is asking, sir, will the class be in the Telugu or in the English in the offline? So I'm asking, you need Telugu or you need English? Hindi, okay. Comfortable in both. Then why you are asking this doubt? Then why you have this doubt? If you are comfortable in both, then why you have the doubt? Newton's laws of motion. In the Telugu, what you will say? Newton's laws of motion in Telugu. And in like science, for the science, no language is there. Science has its own language. Okay, whether you know or not, but mainly all the things we are dealing with are what? Mainly English. Mohe. Okay. Okay, there Telugu is there, Newton's laws of motion. So Newton name also change in Telugu. Okay, so leave it. So intersection point of the median is what? It is called centroid. Okay. Now another property of the centroid. Another property of centroid is there. Centroid, what? It divides the median. That is an important property. It divides the median. I am good. It divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Again, I am repeating. What is the centroid property? Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Now 2:1. So where you will take the 2, where you will take the 1. So 2 we will take towards the vertex, 1 we will take towards the side. Again, I am repeating. This is the property of the centroid. Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. 2:1. Okay. 2 where we will take the 2, where we will take the 1. So towards the vertex 2 and towards the side 1. Okay. Like this, suppose this is the median. Okay, now this is the G is the centroid. Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. So this G is the centroid. Suppose I am taking AD median. So it divides the median in the ratio 2:1. So where I said the 2 we will take towards the vertex. So this we will take as a 2, this we will take as a 1. Okay. So this is a property of the centroid, all the median, not only particular median, all the median, it divides in the ratio 2:1. Where we will take the 2, where we are taking the vertex, and towards the side, we will take the 1. Okay. Are everybody got or not? So centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay. This completed? When in the JEE we were using that what is the coordinate of the centroid, it was required, but in NEET we have never seen that it is required what is the coordinate of the centroid. But if you want, then you can remember. Suppose you have the triangle, I don't know the side, I know the vertex only. Like suppose this is the A, this is the B, this is the C. Coordinate of the one vertex is x1 comma y1. Another vertex is what? X2 comma Y2, and third vertex is X3 comma Y3. If I need the centroid coordinate, what is the coordinate of the centroid? So coordinate of the centroid, we can say G is what? X1 plus X2 plus X3 by 3. Basically, it is the arithmetic mean of all the x coordinate. Similarly, y coordinate also y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Very rarely it is required, but suppose some situation it comes, some problem you are doing, and you don't know the side, you know the vertex of the triangle coordinate, you know, and centroid coordinate required, then we can say it is a x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Okay. Completed? Next thing is what is the altitude? So median everybody got. Now what is the altitude? Altitude is what? It is the perpendicular. Basically altitude means what? Perpendicular. So median is what? It is a line joining the vertex with a midpoint of the opposite side. Altitude is what? It is a perpendicular basically. So when we are drawing the perpendicular from any vertex to the opposite side, that is called the altitude. Again I am repeating, when we are drawing the perpendicular from any vertex on the opposite side, it is called the altitude. So altitude is basically what? Perpendicular. Okay, like suppose I am taking this triangle. So how, suppose I am saying how you will draw the altitude from the vertex A. From the vertex A you have to draw the altitude. So A, I will draw the perpendicular on opposite side. Suppose it is a D. Now AD is what? Altitude. Okay, so AD is basically that we are taking as a height. That we are taking as a height. Everybody got or not? So now you can say AD is the median also. AD is the median also. AD is the median also. How you means according to the figure, D is the midpoint of BC. What I have made, D is the midpoint of BC. D is the midpoint of BC. No, no. Then how AD can be median? So AD is not a median. According to the figure, AD is not a median. But AD is what we can say, it is the altitude. Altitude or basically what we are using, height. Okay. So what is the altitude? Altitude is the line or perpendicular drawn on the opposite side from any vertex. Okay. Altitude can be median, that I will come later. Altitude can be median, but this, for this triangle, it is not the altitude is not a median. According to the figure also we can see. Okay, so this altitude is not a median. Up to this everybody got or not? Like in the trigonometry you have learned, suppose I want to find the length of the altitude and I know this angle is alpha, this side is B. Okay, you will say, I will check your trigonometry. Who will say what is the length of AD? What is the length of altitude? 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 B sine alpha. So here you can apply the sine alpha. Sine alpha is equal to what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. Opposite side is what? AD. Hypotenuse is what? B. Then what is the AD? You will get B sine alpha. By this way, like this way, we can find the length of the altitude. Okay. Okay then. So this altitude, everybody clear? Median, everybody clear? Okay. Now when the median and the altitude will be same, so mainly we are dealing with that. So mainly we will deal in our electrostatics, in the gravitation, we will deal with the equilateral triangle. Okay. In the equilateral triangle, what is the property of equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle, all the three sides are equal and all interior angle is 60 degree. Okay. I think this everybody know or not? Equilateral triangle. What is the equilateral triangle? All the sides are equal. All the sides are equal. Okay, and all interior angle is, each interior angle is 60 degree. Okay, I think everybody know this. Okay, so in the equilateral triangle, each interior angle is 60 degree and all the sides are equal. In equilateral triangle, median, altitude, and angle bisector, all the three are same. Again, I am repeating. If you want, you can write also. In equilateral triangle, median, altitude and angle bisector, all the three are same. Okay, in equilateral triangle, median, altitude and angle bisector, all the three are same. What is the meaning? Like suppose here this vertex I am taking A, B and C. From the A, suppose midpoint I am taking here D. BC midpoint is D. If I will join A and D, then what is the property? This will be perpendicular. D is the median, D is the midpoint, so AD is the median. It is a perpendicular, so it is a altitude also. Okay, and these two angle are the congruent, so this angle will be what? 30 degree. So now you can see here AD is the median, AD is the altitude, and AD is the angle bisector. This property you have to remember for the equilateral triangle, because mainly in physics we will deal with equilateral triangle. Everybody got or not? Okay. Now you will calculate. Suppose I have given the side of the equilateral triangle is A. What is the length of median? Everybody will calculate the length of median. What is the length of median? Tell fast. Length of median. Tell fast. Root 3a by 2, root 3a by 2. Yes, root 3. So there is so many ways are there. We can calculate the length of the median. One is the trigonometry. By the trigonometry, we can calculate what is the AD. Like this angle is the 60 degree. This is the A. By applying the sine, we can find the AD. Otherwise, you can use the Pythagoras theorem. If you know this, altitude is a bisector also. So this is the A. This is the A by 2. Here to here, A by 2. Now use the Pythagoras theorem, you will get the AD. So many ways are there. Easiest is what? Trigonometry. So if I am taking the sine 60, so sine 60 is the opposite side upon hypotenuse. So AD, what I will get? Length of AD, it is equal to what? A sine 60. A sine 60 is what? Root 3A by 2. Otherwise, you can go through the what? You can calculate from Pythagoras also, under root of a square minus a square by 4. You will get the length of the median. Everybody will remember the length of the median directly for the equilateral triangle, root 3a by 2. Because if you are calculating, it will unnecessarily waste the time there. Okay. So what is the length of the median of the equilateral triangle? Root 3a by 2. All the median will be equal. Okay. This everybody got? Okay. Second thing, in gravitation also we calculated, in electrostatics we calculated. Sometimes it is required what? Length of AG or length of the, like from this is the centroid. I just said centroid is the point that divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, so G is the centroid. Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, so what I'm saying here now, G, what is the length of AG and what is the length of GD? You will find the length of AG and GD. That also you will remember directly. What is the length of AG and what is the length of GD? Length of AG and GD. Root 3a. Root 3a. Length of median is root 3a by 2. How it will be root 3a? How it will be more than median? Now listen. Just now I said centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. So towards the vertex 2, towards the side 1. Okay. Length of the median already I calculated root 3a by 2. Okay. So AG upon GD. What is the ratio? 2:1. AG upon GD is the what? 2:1. This everybody got or not? AG upon GD is the 2:1. Now AG plus GD, total length is what? Root 3a by 2. That root 3a by 2 I have to divide in the ratio 2:1. Then what is the AG? I can say AG has the ratio 2. Total part is what? 2 plus 1, 3. So 2/3 of median. 2/3 of median AD. And what is the median AD? Root 3a by 2. Then you will put 2/3 into root 3a by 2. 2 and 2 cancel out. What I got? A by root 3. This everybody got or not? A by root 3. AG is equal to A by root 3. Now GD no need to calculate. GD is the half of that. GD is the half of that. Then GD what I can say? A by 2 root 3. A by 2 root 3. Why? AG upon GD is the 2:1. So AG I calculated. How much AG I got? A by root 3. Now what is the GD if required? Then I can say half of that means A by 2 root 3. Okay. Completed. Okay, so length of the median is what? Root 3a. Length of the median is the root 3a by 2. Okay, this everybody got. And the AG and GD required, then AG and GD is the ratio is what? 2:1. So AG will be A by root 3, GD will be A by 2 root 3. Sometimes it is required particle is moving in a vertex of the equilateral triangle. So it will be the circle. What is the radius of the circle? Radius of the circle will be AG. So in that type of problem, we require this. Okay. So remember that AG is equal to A by root 3 and GD very rarely we will use, but GD is equal to what? Half of that. So A by 2 root 3. Okay. And length of median is what? Root 3A by 2. Okay. So this everybody got equilateral triangle property. In the equilateral triangle, median, angle bisector and the altitude all will be same. Okay. This everybody got. Length of the median in the equilateral triangle is what? Root 3a by 2. Okay. And directly we can remember the formula of area of equilateral triangle. Area of equilateral triangle. Who will say? Area of equilateral triangle, basic formula is what? Half base into altitude. Half base into altitude. In the equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal. So base I can take A. And altitude is what? Altitude is the median also. Altitude is a median also. So then what I can say? Half base means A. Altitude is what? Root 3A by 2. Then how much I got? A root 3 by 4. A root 3 by 4 A square. Okay, so this formula directly you can remember for the equilateral triangle. Area of the equilateral triangle is what? A square into root 3 by 4. Okay, so there no need to find the height and all. Directly when area of the equilateral triangle is required, then we can say side square into root 3 by 4. Okay. So this about the triangle. Okay, mainly we will deal with the equilateral triangle. That's why I'm saying for the equilateral triangle only. Okay. Now come to the three-dimensional body. Cuboid. Okay, so what is a cuboid? Cuboid is a three-dimensional body in which we are defining the length, breadth and height. Okay, what is the volume of cuboid? Volume of cuboid. Volume of cuboid LBH. So volume is equal to L into B into H. Length into breadth into height. Okay. Cuboid where rarely we are using. And what is the surface area? So surface area means only like boundary you have to cover. Okay. So surface area means how many surfaces the cube has. Cuboid has 6. Okay. Like in a room, which room you are sitting, you can see front wall, behind wall, side wall, this wall 4, and the roof and the floor. Okay. So total 6 faces it has. So each face, like opposite faces are same. So one face you will get area is what? LB. Rectangle it will be LB. So other is also what? LB. One will be what? BH, so other will be also what? PH, and one will be LH, other will be also what? LH. So basically what I can say, 2 LB plus BH plus HL. This everybody understood or not? 6A square we will get in the case of the square. I am talking about the cuboid. I am not talking about the cube. Okay, so cuboid means all the 3 dimensions we are taking different. So L into B into H is the volume, and the surface area we can say opposite faces are same. So that's why 2 LB, 2 BH and 2 HL we will get. Okay. And what is the length of the diagonal? So diagonal means what? Wherever in which room you are sitting, one vertex at the bottom you can see, other vertex at the top opposite you can see. That will be the diagonal of the cube. Okay, wherever you are sitting, one vertex you can see at the one corner on the ground, other opposite corner on the roof. Then that will be the diagonal if you are joining. Okay, so what is the length of the diagonal of the cube? So like a in rectangle I said under root of L square plus B square, but here 3 dimensions are there. Then we can say what? Under root of L square plus B square plus H square. It is the diagonal of the cuboid. First I am talking about the cuboid. Completed. So this is about the cuboid, but cuboid we will use rarely. Okay. Now all these things we can apply for the cube. What is the volume of the cube? Volume is equal to A cube, side cube or A cube we can say. Okay, so side cube is the volume. And surface area So it will have the 6 surfaces. It will have the 6 surfaces, and each surface will be what? Square. Each surface will be square. So square area is what? A square. And how many surfaces are there? 6. Then what we can say? 6a square. Okay. And what is the length of the diagonal? Under root of a square plus a square plus a square means what? Root 3a. Not the root 2a. Root 2a is the diagonal length. That is a mistake students are doing. Root 2a is the length of the diagonal of square. Length of the diagonal of square. But for the cube, length of the diagonal will be what? A root 3, because one vertex from the ground, other vertex from the roof. When you are joining, then you will get the diagonal of the cube. It will be what? Root 3a. Under root of a square plus a square plus a square. Okay. Completed. So this type of situation you have got in the electrostatics. Line charge. A line charge is passing. A uniformly distributed line charge is passing through the cube. What is the maximum flux enclosed inside the cube? What is the maximum flux enclosed inside the cube? So maximum flux means maximum length should be there inside. What is the maximum length? What is the maximum we can say chord, or what is the maximum which chord has the maximum length? For the cube, which chord has the maximum length? So diagonal has the maximum length. Diagonal has the maximum length. So what I'm saying, if the line charge is passing inside the cube and it is a uniformly distributed line charge, then what is the maximum flux enclosed in the cube? Then maximum length inside, maximum charge inside, maximum charge inside, maximum flux inside. Then maximum length inside is what? Diagonal. And what is the length of the diagonal? Root 3a. Everybody got or not? Line, linear charge density, all this they will give, but this type of problem we are getting in the electrostatics. So that's why I'm saying, remember that it is a mistake students are doing. They are taking the length of diagonal is root 2a, but root 2a is not there. It is a diagonal length for the square. For the cube it is what? Root 3a. Okay, completed. Last one, sphere. What is the volume of a sphere? What is the volume of a sphere? Four by 3 pi r cube. So volume of sphere is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. Surface area. Surface area 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. Surface area 4 pi r square, not the pi r square. 4 pi r square. Okay. Volume of hemisphere. Volume of hemisphere, half of that hemisphere I am saying, so that it will be what? 2 by 3 pi r cube. That is a 4 by 3 pi r cube, it will be 2 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. Okay, this everybody got. Surface area for the hemisphere. If suppose there are two cases are there. Suppose you have the hemisphere like suppose football. You cut the football into the equal half. Okay, then it will be the hemispherical shape. If I am saying what is the surface area? What is the surface area? Then you will say, okay, sir, this curved surface area we can say what? 2 pi r square. It will be the what? 2 pi r square. But suppose you have the solid ball and you are cutting into the equal half, and I'm saying how much surface required, how much paint required, how much cloth required to cover the whole surface. Then bottom also you required, and bottom will be what? Circle. Pi r square will also be there. Then total you will get 3 pi r square. Again I'm repeating. Suppose only in the hemisphere I'm talking about the curved surface area, this surface area only, then it will be what? 2 pi r square. But suppose this is also there, bottom also there, bottom also we have to consider. Then bottom is what? Circle. Bottom is a circle. Then that total area what we will take? 2 pi r square plus pi r square, that is what? 3 pi r square. Okay. So these are the main basic formula that we have to remember. Cube and one is the cone. Cone we require very less. 1 by 3 pi r square h. If it is required, that time we will say. Cone is not much required. This completed. So one type of problem, one situation we will get what? Suppose you have the one solid sphere and you melted it and you convert into the cube. Okay, then what is the side of the cube? If initial radius they given. Okay, cylinder also I will say no problem. Okay, so what I'm saying here, suppose you have the sphere, okay, of radius r, and you melted it and you melt and form square. Then what is the side? You have formed the cube. Then what is the side of the cube? So in this type of situation, when they are saying that you have one body and you are melting, 10th class problem, and you are making the another body. So in this type of situation, we are using the material conservation. Material means, suppose I have the iron sphere. Okay, I am converting into the cube. So I am not adding the material. So material is constant. So we can say mass of the material constant, or we will apply basically volume conservation. Then volume of the sphere is equal to volume of the cube. Then you will get the side of the cube. Okay. So when they are saying the melting and recasting, then in that case, material conservation or volume conservation we will apply. This everybody got or not? Okay, and for one more statement that you can write also, that was much required in the radiation, but radiation is removed now. For the given volume, like suppose I am giving the material, fixed amount of material I am giving to everyone, and I am saying draw that any three-dimensional body. Okay, different three-dimensional body you have to draw. So which body will have the minimum surface area? Again I am repeating, equal amount of material I am giving to all. Okay, and I am saying everybody will make the three-dimensional body. You will make the three-dimensional body. So somebody is making cube, somebody is making cuboid, somebody is making sphere, somebody is making cylinder, somebody is making cone. So which body will have the minimum surface area? Which body will have the minimum surface area? Which body will have the minimum surface area? Sphere. Remember that for the given volume, given volume is volume, if the volume is fixed, okay, for all body volume is equal, then sphere will have the minimum surface area. Sphere will have the minimum surface area. Okay, so for the given volume, sphere will have minimum surface area. For the given volume, sphere will have minimum surface area. Okay. Like suppose the different bodies different bodies you have given the charge. Cube you have given the surface charge on the surface. Sphere you have given the charge on the surface. Cone you have given the charge on the surface, and they have given the equal charges on the surface. Okay, equal charges on the surface. So which will have the minimum charge density, which will have the maximum charge density? So charges are equal. So which area will be lesser? Their charge density will be more, like that we can say. Okay, so there we require sphere. For the given volume, sphere will have the minimum surface area. For the given volume, sphere has the minimum surface area. Okay, this completed or not? Now last thing, somebody is saying cylinder. So cylinder also I will say. cylinder we are defining two dimension. One is the height, other is what? Radius. Okay, so base and the top is the circular and there is a height. Height is suppose what? H. Then what is the volume of the cylinder? Volume of the cylinder we are saying pi r square h. Volume of the cylinder is what? Yeah, up to the 12th we will go for the online. So volume of cylinder pi r square h. Okay, this everybody got. Surface area less required because curved, here we will define the two surface area, curved surface area, total surface area. Okay, so that is not much required. So volume of the cylinder everybody has to remember pi r square h, one thing. Second thing, in any case whatever the different bodies we are learning, three-dimensional bodies, if the top to bottom, bottom to top or top to bottom, like shape is same, like when we are cutting the sector, area is what? So all the area are same, means same figure we will get from the top to bottom. Then in that case, volume we can say area into height. Area into height. Always we can write the volume is equal to what? Area into height. Like suppose you have the bread packet. So bread packet, each slices are the what? Say, identical. Okay, in that case suppose I want to write the volume of the bread packet, so I will say the area of one slice, area into height, directly I will get the volume. When area is changing, when the shape is changing from bottom to top or top to bottom, like in the case of cone, bottom to top it is not identical, so I cannot say the area of the base into height. So that's why we are getting 1/3 pi r square h. But in which case top to bottom it is identical or symmetrical we can say, then in that case volume we can say what? Area of the base into height, like in the case of cylinder, any section you are cutting you will get the circle, okay. Now top to bottom it is identical, so what is the volume? Area of the base pi r square into height is what? H. Okay, so these are the basic things that you have to know. Again in the offline class we will repeat, but maybe not in that much detail what we deal in the online classes. Okay, but we will try to cover all. If you are coming, you have attending the first time online offline classes. Okay, now anybody has doubt up to this, whatever the basic mathematics we have discussed? And it is a suggestion to everyone, don't avoid the calculation now, because the earlier they were giving the easier calculation, easy data, so that you can calculate easily. But this year they have shown problem was not difficult, but the calculation was not very simple. Okay, more decimal places was data. They can give simple like 1.5, but they are given the decimal 2 places. Answer we are getting the decimal 2 places. So that's why everybody has to do that. Don't avoid the calculation in the study hours. Don't avoid that. Wherever you are getting the question, you have to do calculation properly. Okay, because maybe the physics will not be the problem after some time. Problem will be the mathematics. Due to the mathematics, you can lose the every step you will write correctly, but in the last, due to the calculation, you will lose the problem. Okay. Okay. So my class will not be there, because now what I will discuss everything we have covered now. Next Sunday how the exam will be there, because Thursday classes will start, so Friday, Saturday, 2 days what we will teach, so that we will take the exam. Okay, okay, then bye bye, take care, happy journey who is coming to the offline. Okay, bye. So if you can come early, then you can come. If any problem is there, then you can come on 15, no problem. because one week we will go for the basics in the offline also. Okay then, bye. Basic, maybe somebody will take class for like 1 hour or 1.5 hours. Otherwise, there will be puja and one class may be there. One class will be there. Yeah, you can come tomorrow, no problem.